The spread of Islam in Kazakhstan. The history of our country for many centuries is inextricably linked with Islam. This religion has become one of the main sources of the formation of a distinctive spirituality and culture of the Kazakh people. The ancient Turks, the ancestors of the Kazakhs, were directly involved in the development of Islamic civilization and involved in many of its achievements. The penetration of Muslim ideas on the territory of Central Asia and Kazakhstan land dates back to VII-VIII centuries BC. The first acquaintance with the inhabitants of the region Islam has happened in the 670th years, when here came the first Arab missionaries. Early in VIII. In Central Asia marked another upsurge of missionary activity. The spread of Islam in the territory of modern Kazakhstan was a process that lasted several centuries. First, Islam spread in the southern regions. By the end of the 10th century, Islam established itself among the settled population in Zetisu and Sirdaya. Early in the 10th century, Islam took the founder of the dynasty Karakhanid Selçuk and his son Bogra Khan Musa Harun in 960, declared Islam the state religion. History shows that the Islamization of the region was peaceful. The Silk Road was a fertile place for followers of many faiths, including Christianity, mostly Nestorian, Buddhism, Zoroastrianism. Widely among the Turkic inhabitants of steppe regions it was spread Tengriism. The introduction of Islam to the local population went peacefully and did not lead to oppression and violence. Islam voluntarily accepted by representatives of different classes and nations. In literary works, the epic and historical documents are not cases of hostile attitude to Islam were recorded. Features of the spread of Islam in the 13th-14th centuries. The spread of Islam in the beginning of 13th century was slowed by Mongol conquest, brought the Central Asia and Kazakhstan new populations, various Turkic and Mongol tribes, with their traditional religions. Many cities have been destroyed, looted scientific and cultural centers, destroyed mosques and madrasas. Forever disappeared from the map entire cities. Considerable damage was done to the trade routes of the Silk Road. However, local cultural and spiritual traditions have been tested and eventually revived. Mongolian conquerors, including the ruling elite, converted to Islam and moved to the Turkic language. This led to the fact that during the Middle Ages religion of Islam continued to advance in the nomadic steppe, attracting new groups of the population. The Mongol rulers showed tolerance, not imposing their own beliefs of Muslims. The position of Islam strengthened after the adoption of Islam under the Golden Horde Khan Berk, 1255–1266 GG, and its subsequent adoption of Hanami, Tudormengur, Uzbeks. Religion has become one of the tools to ensure the unity of society. Conducted deliberate propaganda of Islam among the nomads. Preachers were on the steppe of the Volga region and Central Asia, from different parts of the Muslim world. In large countries after Mongol period covering the territory of modern Kazakhstan, the Golden Horde, the Ak Order, Moghuistan, the process of Islamization was uneven. The conquerors are gradually integrated into the local environment and the Turkic embraced Islam. As a result, there was a kind of an elite layer of the Turkic Mongol nobility. Islam in independent Kazakhstan. The experience of recent years shows that Islam has a strong creative potential, contributing to the maintenance and development of spirituality in society. The peaceful nature of Islam doctrine, expressed in their rejection of violence and the rejection of racial and ethnic intolerance, positive impact on the preservation and strengthening of stability in our country. For us, Kazakhs, Islam is, first of all, a high ideal and a factor that determines our world, a kind of symbol, which allows to pay tribute to the memory of our ancestors and the rich Islamic culture, which once threatened the complete oblivion, says the President of the Republic of Kazakhstan Sultan Nazarbayev, in his book Critical Decade. Humanistic ideals of Islam provided the social progress of mankind. The development and evolution of the global community to provide humanistic aspirations set out in the classical form in the Holy Quran. Therefore, the achievements of modern civilization cannot be considered outside the values of Islam. Islam in independent Kazakhstan became an influential social force. The rapidly growing number of Muslim communities across the country, building new mosques. Religious buildings are not only spiritual centers but also beautiful architectural buildings of the capital which represent the spiritual wealth of the people of Kazakhstan. March 22, 2005 in Astana, with the participation of President Nursultan Nazarbayev, the country's largest mosque Nur Astana was opened. New mosque, said at the ceremony, the head of state, will be the true spiritual and religious center of the young capital of Kazakhstan, and its building features more grace and beauty, even more decorate the architectural appearance of the city, giving it a special uniqueness. After reviewing a place of worship, visitors to the city will have a concrete idea of Astana as the capital of the country is Muslim, the greatest religion of our time. Nur Astana Mosque became part of the Islamic Cultural Center, graced the left bank of the capital. The mosque can accommodate up to 5,000 worshippers. The majestic building is decorated with 4 minarets, each 62 meters in height, and 21 dome covered with aluminum with gilding. The height of the main dome is equal to 43 meters. July 6, 2012. The opening of the largest in Hazrat Sultan Mosque in Central Asia, which during the Muslim holidays can accommodate up to 10,000 people. The opening of a new mosque Hazrat Sultan, which is the largest and most magnificent in the country, it is a holiday for all Kazakhstanis. The new religious building, named in honor of the great teacher of Khoja Ahmed Yasavi, is a visible symbol of the continuity of the spiritual traditions of our people. Not by chance that we have chosen for the construction of the mosque is a place, the main area of the country, among other architectural gems of the capital, next to the Palace of Peace and Accord, said Nursultan Nazarbayev at the opening ceremony. In Almaty, acts of Kazakhstani Egyptian Islamic University Nur. Every year in the country, new madrasas. An increasing number of the faithful, including many young people. More and more people receive secondary and higher religious education. The number of Kazakhs make a pilgrimage to Mecca. Since 2006, the first day of the Muslim holiday of Qurban 8 holiday declared in Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan is a full member of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, uniting 50 Muslim countries. As of the third quarter 2015, effective one Republican religious association in the country, Spiritual Administration of Kazakhstan Muslims, and 2,487 its affiliates. Number of places of worship is 2,487.